Brooklyn Park Police are testing out a new crime-fighting tool. 8 officers are part of a pilot program which kicked off in November. Reporter Sonia Goins has more on how the superhero-like device works.
This is the device.
It's called a bowler wrap, a tool Batman might use. It's small, but effective at stopping people.
This is actually the rope that's deployed. It's a 8-foot Kevlar cord. It's got 2 hooks, one at each end with four prongs, basically 4 smaller hooks.
The main purpose of the bowler wrap is to restrict movement and give police enough time to take someone into custody.
It'll wrap around you, and these are designed to like hook into your clothing.
Now you think about somebody who doesn't want to talk to me.
Officers Tim Mitchell and Paul Donahue give us a demonstration.
So you see the laser?
First, they aim a laser at the dummy, aiming for either the feet or the waist area.
You want to keep it parallel to the ground.
The bowler wrap sounds like a gun when launched, so police give a warning first.
Bowler wrap, bowler wrap, bowler wrap.
And with a quick squeeze of the device, a rope is released, quickly wrapping around the mannequin.
It's not going to stop them in their tracks too long.
It can be launched up to 25 feet. However, the bowler wrap works better when it's released between 10 and 18 feet of the target.
Once you get past that 25-foot range, that line's going to become completely unstable.
Now, this is what happens when someone tries to get away from police and the cops have a bowler wrap. And as you can see, I can't move. Officers say the bowler wrap has its cons. It can't be fired in a crowd or when it's near other objects.
Depending on where the officer is placed with the subject, if you were to deploy it and you're at too much of a downward angle, you can actually skip off the ground.
Bowler wrap, bowler wrap.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Brooklyn Park Police will test out the bowler wrap for 1 year and then reevaluate its use and effectiveness. There are no immediate plans to go department-wide. In other news, the Robbinsdale City Council this week approved the acquisition of property for a new water tower. The new tower is planned for a site between County Road 81, West Broadway, and immediately to the south of Highway 100. Right now, this land is open space that was used by MnDOT in the reconstruction of Highway 100. The future tower will replace the existing tower downtown. The current one, though, will remain in place as a landmark. In Brooklyn Park, the city is offering residents something that may help them conserve water. The city partnered with the Recycling Association of Minnesota to provide rain barrels and compost bins at a reduced price. Compost bins help turn your food scraps into nutrients that can be added to your garden. The rain barrels capture water from your roof to irrigate plants and trees. City officials say rain barrels benefit the community in other ways too.
It's also a way to prevent runoff, so if you've got water that comes down and eventually ends up in the gutter and then goes off into the stormwater system, this is a way to kind of capture that on site so that we're not running down the street and picking up all that debris and clogging up our stormwater ponds.
The city says there's a demand for these products. Last year, the city sold out with 150 rain barrels and 100 compost bins. Now to School Spotlight, where some Maple Grove High School students are discovering new life skills. They credit a unique class with helping them achieve greater success. In today's School Spotlight, reporter Pafua Yang explains what that class called Positive Direction is all about.
As we continue to close out this trimester.
Behavior intervention teacher Amber Hegland.
So what have we been on a journey trying to do?
Didn't think the class she started at Maple Grove High School 4 years ago
for this question
would spark such popularity among students.
The first year that we did it, I was teaching 3 courses per trimester, and now I'm teaching 5.
The Positive Direction course uses what's called the Top 20 Teens curriculum to teach students social emotional skills of how to be successful.
How to believe in themselves, develop perseverance and grit, and seeing things from a different perspective.
Students like Linnea Johnson,
this is my 7th time taking it,
says the class was a wake-up call, changing the way she views things.
I had an experience from one of the skills that she taught me, and it kind of like woke me up, and I was like, holy crap, like this is I could use this.
Larry Welch says prior to taking the course, he put minimum effort into classes. Now he's a straight A student.
They teach you like, hey, this stuff does matter, it will help you for your future. Before you've made mistakes, learn from them, build up from the ground again and move past that mistake.
For Allison Beyer, she learned that a heavy work schedule combined with schooling is achievable.
Well, we got like these planners, I guess, at the beginning, and it like blocked out hour by hour, and I kind of just realized how much time you actually have once you kind of take out all the junk you don't need to be doing.
Heglin says 87% of students have higher grades and passed all their classes after taking the course.
And it's all about support and getting the sports that kids need.
Because sometimes it's not about developing new skills, but rather reigniting the ones they already have.
Your final project, again, remembering, will be presented
in Maple Grove. Pafu Yang, CCX News.
Done with that.
Over at Armstrong High School, one student saw the headlines about fires tearing through Australia, and she wanted to help the animals impacted by the fires. Armstrong senior Sierra McCoy set up tables to collect quarters for koalas at Zachary Lane Elementary and at Cooper and Armstrong High Schools. The money she raised will go to an organization that will help the animals in Australia.
My dad is Australian, so all of those combined led me to want to make an effort and help the animals. I couldn't watch the media any longer, just watching them burn and suffer. It was too much. I just had to take action.
Sierra ended up raising more than $1,200.
The Park Center girls basketball team looked to make it back to the state tournament for the first time since 2017 when they took on Centennial for the Section 5 4A championship. Nice inbounds play. Lauren Frost gets a pass right back and nails a corner three for an early Pirates lead, the start of a big game for Frost. Then she draws the defenders and hits Aaliyah Ragulin for a three from the left side as Park Center goes up 15-9. They attack the Centennial defense well. Adalia McKenzie catches and drives from the high post to score the layup. It's a 10-point lead for PC. McKenzie is so quick defensively, she jumps into the passing lane for the steal and takes it all the way for two of her game-high 28 points. The Pirates lead 38-24 at halftime. Second half, and watch the behind-the-back pass from Frost to McKenzie for the layup. Park Center leads 46-24. Frost with another big assist as she drives and sends it over to Olivia McGill for the hoop as the Pirates continue to roll. They throw over the top of the defense for two more for McKenzie here. Park Center shines in the section finals. They roll past Centennial 68-52. For the fourth time in 5 seasons, Wayzata and Hopkins met for the championship in Section 6 4A. Timberwolves players Carl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, and James Johnson among those in attendance for the sold-out game. It's a great start for Wayzata. Annika Stewart hits a three-pointer and is fouled. The senior has a huge game for the Trojans. Then it's Mara Braun with a steal, and she takes it back the other way for two. She scores 26 on the night, and Wayzata leads it by 9. But Paige Beckers leads a comeback for Hopkins. She drives to the basket, scores, and draws the foul as well. 18 first-half points for Beckers. Later, she attacks, gets to the rim, and draws another foul. She scores 33 in the game. Hopkins is up by 7 at halftime, 41-34. Second half, and Bryn Senden lobs the pass into Stewart, who scores 2 more of her 27 points as the Trojans keep it close throughout. But they never quite catch up. Nunu Agara off the inbound pass, drives and scores to put Hopkins up by 7. And in the end, Hopkins takes home its 6th straight Section 6 championship trophy. The Royals survive a tough test from Wayzata. 86-76 is the final. The Maple Grove boys hockey team was in the state tournament for the 3rd time. They played the opening game of the Class AA tournament when they faced off with Blake. It's 3-2 Blake in the third. Tyler Oakland gets a backhander on net, and Sam Jacobs knocks the rebound in. Maple Grove ties it 3-3. Watch this one, though. The Bears go back in front on a 2-on-0 shorthanded rush. Joe Miller scores to make it 4-3. After trailing 5-3, Maple Grove gets 2 in a row. Josh Giuliani fires the wrist shot in for his second of the game, and it's 5-5. But Blake gets a late power play, and defenseman Will Svendal scores the go-ahead goal. Blake adds an empty netter. They win a wild one, 7-5. Unfortunately, injuries are a part of high school sports, and one of Maple Grove's best players had watched the state tournament. Number 9, Kyle Kukkonen, seen here earlier this season, suffered a broken leg in December. Kukkonen was off to a great start for the Crimson, but has had to be a spectator and supportive teammate down the stretch. It's been difficult, but he's excited for his teammates as well.
So it kind of helps me as a person and a teammate kind of be there and be supportive and kind of bring an energy to the bench where like I won't always be that way when I'm playing. So it kind of gives you a different perspective. It's a learning experience for sure, but they still let me hang around the bench. I come every practice. So just kind of being at the rink, and although I'm not playing, it's enough to kind of be around here. It's a special group of guys and I enjoy it.
Great run for the Crimson, and that is all for sports.